Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emmanuel, and in this video I'm going to show you top 5 Wix features that you can use for your next web design projects. So let's get started. And the first feature that you can use on Wix is the AI image generator. And to do this, all you have to do is click on media and scroll down to where you have AI image creator and click on it. And right here we have the AI image generator. Now you can do is to describe the type of image that you want. You can also choose the style that the image will come in. Let's go for 3D. Right. Now click on create image. I can see it generated the image using this 3D style. I can also choose another style, maybe a realistic photo, and click on create image. And now we created a realistic photo. So that's just one of the features of the AI image creator. And once you click on use image, and once you've clicked on it, you come over to the photo studio. This is where you can edit the image that you have generated. So you have the first option, cropping and extending it. You can change the aspect ratio. You can even extend it. And also adjusting the brightness, the contrast, and other features of the image. And for the other parts of the AI Photo Studio is the object eraser. Now what this allows you to do is to select a particular object in the image, and then you can erase it. Like here, I can select this particular shelf and just click on erase object. As you can see, the selected area has been erased. Now for the next other feature is the AI image editor. And what this allows you to do is just to select a particular area and describe how you would like that area to look like using the AI. So I'll just select maybe the dog. And I'll click on edit image. And now the image has changed. So the other feature is the regenerate feature, which this gives a description of the image that you have. And once I click on this regenerate prompt, see that it will scan the image and give you a exact description of what the image is. You can see over here it has given us a description of what the image is. And now you can change some few details. Like instead of the quotes being white, I'll make it black. Let me just say a white dog. I'll click on regenerate image. And now it's somewhat changed, but sometimes I think it messes up the image, so you just have to make sure the prompt is right. So over to the next feature, which will be cutouts. This just removes the background of the image, and of course you can refine the cuts, the areas that you want to remove just by using the brush tool. Now for the other rest of them, you have the text. This will allow us to add text to the image. Let's put vet. And then you can also add some decoratives or icons. And an overlay. And of course you can change the background of the image. You can choose a color, or you can use a background image, and you have the image. and you can click on save, and you have your image right over here in the image folder. Of course, you can now add it to the site. That is one of the first features that you can use in Wix Studio just to help you easily create AI images for your websites. And now for the next feature, which will be the responsive AI. Now what the responsive AI helps you to do is to simply create responsive designs, and all within just one click. So now like this section, if I go to another breakpoint, the tablet breakpoint, and see that it's not responsive, even on mobile it's still not responsive. Now I'll go back to the desktop breakpoint and I'll click on this section, and you see this icon here, and it says responsive AI. So with just one click, see it gets a responsive section on all devices with AI. So I'll just click on generate now. I need to start generating a responsive design. So it might take a while, but I think it should be done. And now the responsive design is completed. Now you can preview it on the screen, on the breakpoints, tablets, and mobile. So I don't know, sometimes it might get the responsive design, other times it might not. I think the future is still in beta, but it definitely will help you to give you a head start once you start creating websites. So you can click on apply design now to put the design permanently. So I'll just click on apply design. I can see that design was generated. Maybe I can just edit this image. Maybe I can fix this image that is a little bit collapsed. Just go over here and click on rows and increase this to 200 pixels. And that, yeah, it's a lot better. So maybe sometimes the responsive AI might work or might not work well, but I think the future is still in testing. So you can go both ways. Another thing that can be done with responsive AI is to make the design responsive on mobile screens only. Now right here I'm on the mobile breakpoints. I'll just click on this section and click this AI button again. I can see get a responsive section on mobile with AI. Now this will work only for this mobile section. If you're done, if you just only want to target this section, you can just click on generate for mobile, and you can see that the responsive design will be applied only for the mobile section without affecting desktop and tablets versions. You can click on apply design to stick. So that's another feature of Wix Studio, the responsive AI, should help you to easily create responsive sections for your websites. And now for the other feature, which is the Figma to Wix Studio. Now what this lets you do is to design your sites in Figma and then transfer the design to a fully working website on Wix Studio. And what Figma is basically a design platform where you can create multiple designs like for websites, applications, and even other graphics. Now to use it, all you have to do is come over to this Wix Studio logo, click on it, and go over to Tools. And right here you see Import from Figma. Click on it, and this little Figma icon should show up by the sidebar. And then you can see where you can put the link to your Figma file, and you can also get the plugin directly. So I'll just click on Get Plugin, and this page should open up. Now I'll just click Open in. I already have a site design in Figma, so just click on this. And this should open up in your Figma design. Now just click on Run and to load the Figma plugin. Now this is the Figma to Wix Studio plugin. All you have to do is click on Get Started. And the first thing we have to do is to connect the file to Wix Studio. So come over. So all we have to do is to copy the link of the Figma file and go over to Wix Studio. And right here, once it says Figma file, paste the link and click on Connect. And then click on Allow Access. So now we can go back to the Figma file. Click Next and click on Start Export. And now that we're here, the first thing we can do is to export the styles. And this could include things like colors, fonts, and so on. And the first step is to click on the frame of your design. And see right here, it's load all the styles. Right here, it has exported all the colors, the fonts, and all that. So once I click on Export Styles and come back to Wix Studio, loaded the fonts and the colors. Now sometimes you might see this notification that fonts are missing. Or maybe you use a custom font here on Figma file to give you this notification so you can install them manually. Just click on Upload Fonts and upload them here. I'll just skip that for now. I'll just click on Apply Sites to Styles to Sites and continue without fonts. Now over here in our site styles, you can see that the colors have changed and even the typography has changed to the fonts that we use in the Figma file. But now to copy the sites, let's go back here and click on Export Frame. Now there are two ways you can export the sites. Either you go frame or maybe section by section, or import the whole site. For example, let's say I want to go section by section. I'll just click on the hero section, which is the first one. And I'll click on Export Frame. I'll go over to Wix Studio and click on the Figma icon, and then click on Refresh Imports. I can see right here the editing size of the Figma design is 1441, while ours is 1280. So I'll just click on Match Editing Size, and there it's fixed. And then you can add the frame as a container or as a section. So just add it as a section and click on Add to Site. And now start adding it to the site. Right now, as you can see, it has added the Figma frame as a section on our Wix Studio website. Now the other way you can do is to export the whole site. And what you just need to do is just to highlight the whole Figma design. And right here it's loading, and here you have the whole Figma website. So I'll just click on Export Frame, go back to our site, click on the Figma icon once again, and then click on Refresh Imports. And we have the site here. Now this time I will add the frame as a page. You see the option here. You can also add it as a section container, but I'll add it as a page and click Add to Site. And now it has completely converted the Figma file into a Wix Studio website. And this is how it looks like. So that's one of the features you can use on Wix, the Figma to Studio conversion plugin, which I think is one of the best out there. So now for the next feature, now of course if you have other Figma files that you want to use, you can just come over here and paste the link of the Figma file once here and click connect and follow the steps over again. Now for the next feature of Wix Studio is the visual site maps. Now what this does is to simply help you structure out your websites, creating wireframes, and even label some of your pages. Now to get started, just come over here to your Wix Studio page, click on Create Sites, and click on Studio Sitemap and Wireframes. Now you'll be over here, and you can use AI to create your site. All you need to do is give it a description, the name, the business type, and choose the main service. Let's go with pet store. Then you can fill in the name of the business, the location, your target audience, and other details. And even the tone of the voice for the AI. But I'll just skip all of this and just click on continue. Now here you can choose if you want only the visual sitemap or if you want to add wireframes. So I'll just add some wireframes to it and click on start generating. Now it's generating the sitemap and wireframes. And now the visual sitemap is ready. So you can click on, and now this is how the site will look like. These are just some wireframes that have been added. And we can see that there are also other pages, the About Us, Resources, Our Work, Community, and others. We even added some store page. Now if you come over here, so you have visual sitemap. You can see how all the pages of the site are arranged. You can edit it, maybe even drag it around. You can click here to can add a new section, duplicate them, or rename it. So that's another feature of Wix Studio, the visual sitemap, just to help you plan out the structure of your site. For the fifth feature of Wix Studio is the site checker. Now to use the site checker, all you have to do is come down to the sidebar and click on this tick icon, and you see site checker. And what this site checker allows you to do is to simply fix the responsive issues and accessibility issues of the site, and give you warnings and things that you can use to make the site better. So first, let's try the responsive issues. I'll click here, and then click on check page. And now to be checking the responsiveness on all breakpoints. And now that it's done checking the sites, you can see all the issues that you have with the site. Just click here, you can click on all issues, open issues or ignored issues. I can see here another issue that has missing link and overflowing content. Now to give you the instruction you need to take to fix the issue. Now maybe once you're done, you can also click on the site tab and check again to find out if there are any issues. The other thing you can use with the site checker is the accessibility issues. Now what accessibility simply means is when you design and develop your site to help people who have certain disabilities so that they can easily navigate and interact with your site. So now just click on scan site. I'll be scanning for the issues. Alright, now that it's done scanning, you can see some of the issues on the site. Like for the home page, you can see we didn't add out text to images. You can just click on get started, and then you can describe, give the text that will describe each image. And there are other issues on the about text, organize heading structure, add alt text to images, and so on. So you can easily fix these issues here. That's what the site checker is for, to make your sites more accessible to all persons. And also you can see here manual tags. These are some of the guidelines that you can follow on making your sites accessible. Avoid using only color to provide information. adding important text to the images, and then providing text alternates for sites media. So these are just some few guidelines that you can follow so your sites can be accessible. It can also help you with SEO and all that stuff. These are the 5 major Wix Studio features. Now for some bonus features that you can also use, if you come over here and click on this logo and go over to tools, and you can see editor add-ons. Now click on get add-ons. I can see there are a lot of features here you can use. This for color selection. This will help you to select a particular color on Wix sites. The color simulation to see how the site looks. Once you've clicked on the add-ons, you can see that there are more features here for you to use, like color selection, color blind simulator, contrast checker, design guides, focus timer, and so on. For example, this focus timer, you can just click on add, and it will add it to the site. Now you have sort of a timer to maybe time yourself doing your website design work. And of course, you can still come over here to tools, editor add-ons, and manage them. Choose the one that you want to add, or if you want to remove it from the site, just click remove, and it will delete the app from the site. So that's it for the video. Thank you once again for watching to the end, and be sure to share, like, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.